All right, we are back, everybody, and the scene looks totally different this time. I am on PC wearing the VR headset. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man looking Klay, and we are back on a set of Corsair Competizione doing open lobbies as the PS5 stream that I just finished. Shout out to those of you who joined me. Left a bad taste in my mouth, so pause. So I'm just getting set up here. So let's see here. Let's actually do a lap or two practicing on one of these tracks. I think we can practice on Silverstone once. And my fastest lap on Silverstone is 2 minutes, 0.7, just like I was telling you guys. And my setup is much different on PC. As you guys see, I'm wearing a VR headset. I have bass shakers on my rig, so I feel everything. I feel every bump. I feel when the brakes lock up. I feel when the wheels spin. Just out of curiosity, though. Nah, I can't sit that close. It just don't feel right. This helmet view feels more realistic because I can see the helmet right there. It feels more realistic in VR, but you know, we can give it a try. Oh, I'm not liking that. Because, yeah, the car's going up and down. No. Go back to this. The force feedback feels super stiff. Oh shit. Well, I just smoked the tires too. 1 second. Okay. Okay, Ramboy, I just followed you on Twitch, and I watched your lap. That second lap you turned in 2 minutes .008. That's almost about 7/10 faster than my fastest lap. It should be showing up on the upper left-hand overlay. My fastest lap on this track is 2 minutes .7. And after watching the way you drove, we pretty much gear the same, except for a couple of points. There's a couple of points where turn one you brake a little bit later than me. You brake at the 50-meter mark, whereas I brake a little bit before that. Maybe that's part of the reason why I go in there a little bit differently, but I will try that. And then there was another point where you came out of like a hairpin turn and you got the fourth gear and stayed in fourth through a high-speed turn. So give or take, we hit about the same gears. So I got to turn this gain down a little bit. This shit's at 100%. No wonder. No wonder this shit was so goddamn stiff. Smoke the tires again. All right. Let's try this again. But I'm going to go to open lobby here in a moment anyway. I had to get my force feedback right.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Right here, I noticed that you stayed in fourth where I normally go to fifth. And if you notice on PC, when I go through turns, I can turn my head and look at the corner where you can't do that flat screen. And that allows me to take better lines. The car's out of gas. But in any case, you guys get the picture. I'm about 3 to 4 seconds faster in VR than I am console. And that's why I'm pretty much letting ACC on PS5 go. Because jumping back and forth between being in VR and being on flat screen is just like fucking me up, because it's like it's always an adjustment. I'm not getting any faster. My time is spent, my whole session is spent getting adjusted from one form to another. So once PSVR 2 hits and I start streaming GT7, that's pretty much going to push ACC on the PS5 out of the way. So because I think I have to go to one side and stick with it. I don't think I can bounce back and forth and get any faster, because again, I think there's a difference between adjusting to the conditions and overcoming the conditions. Let's see what we got for multiplayer. Oh, we want to go to GT3. I don't want mixed. Oh, here's a Barcelona, but that ping is high. Here's a Monza, but the race already started. A Mount Panorama, but that ping is high and the race has already started. Boy, and I was up here complaining about the ping of the rooms on. Here's a Kyalami. Nobody's in there though. And I was complaining about the pings on console. This shit is high. Got pings in the 180s. Here's a Barcelona, but damn, the ping is 180, 196. Here's a Monza, ping is 120. That's doable. Only 24 seconds left of qualifying. No sense in even trying to set a qualifying lap. So this will not be a long stream. Once again, this is a stream more or less to show you guys that yeah, I'm faster in VR than console. So on this track, it should be showing my all-time best, that yellow box in the upper right-hand corner with the stats and sector times, lap times, that kind of stuff. At the bottom, it will show my all-time best, and it should be 149.7. But I did not do it with this car. I did it with the other Porsche, the older one, the 2000, I think it's the 2018 911 GTR. I did it with that car. And so in an effort to get fast, I tried to go buy some Coach Dave setups, and they didn't have them for that Porsche. They had them for this Porsche. So I bought the setups for this Porsche, and now I'm having to learn this shit all over again of this car, because this car is different from the other one. And the thing about it is, I came to this car, didn't like it, went back to the other Porsche. I had been away from that Porsche for so long, I didn't realize how terrible the understeer was on that car and how light the steering was. So I had to come back to this car and just decided I'm just going to tough it out with this car. At least until the new cars come out. The new Ferrari 296 and I think the Porsche 911 GT3 RSR, I believe what it is. Fuel. It's a 20-minute race. This one, it loads up faster too. When you do your setup and you come out of the setup to go back to the track.
MR617 Beam said, have you ever thought about getting a seat mover MP2 Pro for your rig?
If you're referring to something similar to like a butt kicker, I have bass shakers on this rig. I have one right here on the side of me, and I have another one underneath the pedal plate. So if that's what you're referring to, something similar to a butt kicker, then yeah, I've got them on this rig already.
Stay double file. Green light, give it all you got.
What the hell is going on with him?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh shit!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Had to change the traction control to 2.
Car on the right. Clear on
Move it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh shit! Car acts like it wants to step. I want to hit the brakes. shit. That cost me big time. Struggling to keep the car stable. There's going to be a wreck with this pack of cars, right on schedule.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag in sector 3.
I thought he was going to clip me. God damn it!
Some light damage on the front.
Oh, Christ. Had to turn the road effects down too because the shit was shaking me to fucking pieces. How much damage should I take? Damn it, 24 seconds worth of damage. Even if I take the correct lines, the straightaway is going to kill me because of the damage that I took. I'm going to lose so much speed on the straightaways.
Just sent you a Twitter DM. I'm jumping on GT7 for a bit to build my money up.
Give me a second, Ham, and I'll check that. I mean, this race is over. I took so much damage that I wouldn't be able to turn in a lap worth talking about anyway. And the road effects. One thing about gaming on PC, and it can be that way on console too, is sometimes I lose my saves. So last time I played this, I had the gain set at 60%. The gain within the game. I had the road effects set to like 40%. Well, I jump on and the gain is all the way back up to 100%. Hence, you saw me fighting with the wheel and it was shaking terribly. So I turned the gain back down to 60%. That reduced some of the shaking, but it was still there. And then I go back in and I see that the road effects was at 55%. I had to turn it back down to 40. So now I think I finally got it to where I want it to be, but I'm going to have to do another raid there.
Said, it's DOF reality motion rig for the Omega.
Are you on here? Just sent you a Twitter DM. I'm jumping on GT7 for a bit to build my money up. Well, fortunately, Ham, I think after I get done with this stream, I'm going to have to take off to go pick up my son, because I expect a text message from his mother any minute. Let me know what time she wants to meet up. And then, as far as that, Mr. Bean, you said it's a DOF reality motion rig for the Omega. That's something I would have to look into, because if it's something that I could just attach to the legs of this rig, it'd be something that I would consider. But if it's something where I have to build a whole bunch of shit around this rig, then no, I couldn't do it, because this is a very small one-bedroom apartment. I've got the rig right here, the wall right there, and then a sofa to the left of me. So I don't have a lot of room to work with in here. But MP2 Pro.
Leaders on final lap now.
Let's have a look at it real quick then. P2 Pro. P2.
VR said, "No worries, I'm only on for a couple of hours anyway."
Okay. So, not seeing anything. I'm Googling it, not seeing anything. Let's try putting the space there, see what that does. No, I can't find it. A seat mover. Oh, it's called the seat mover. Okay.
The leader has finished the race.
MR617 Beam said, "Seat mover MP2 Pro."
Huh. Yeah, I'm watching the video of it right now. See how much it costs.
MR617 Beam said, "It fits on your rig."
Okay, I found their official site. If I add it to the cart, let's see how much that's going to be. Yeah, I'm looking for a price. I found the site.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Seat mover M.2. Oh yeah, that's a little. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's a little bit pricey.
MR617 Beam said, "The cheapest one is like 800.
So I'm looking at one that's on sale for $988. But it seat mover for $749. There's one on sale for $749.
MR617 Bean said, I'm looking at the H2.
You're looking at the H2? All right. H2. Let me see. You got an H2 access. This is it goes for $1429.
MR617 Bean said, you can find it eBay for a lesser price.
Ah. The most popular is the H3. So I'm looking for something that attaches to my rig, because these look like they're actual rigs. So, okay, so they are called DOF Reality. The M2 is one of the models. So let me save this as a favorite, and then I'll come back and look at this later. So I'll say this. Seven minutes of qualifying. I'll say this about it. Not so much about it. It's about what's going on with me. I've been working a ton of overtime, but things are slowing down at work. And this time of year, it gets slow. And then if it doesn't pick up by April, then things start getting scary. That's when my job kind of starts looking at possibly laying people off. And it doesn't matter how long you've been at a job. Nobody's safe. And so something like that, honestly speaking, I would have to wait until we get past our slow period, because after I get PSVR 2, I got to tighten my belt and watch the spending a little bit. But I do like the idea of it, and if there is one, I find a model that attaches to my rig, but I've also seen those actuators, I think they're called, where you can attach them to the rig, attach one to each corner of the rig. I've seen those before. That's something else to consider, that would make this a motion rig that doesn't take extra space.
MR617 Bean said, the M2 attaches to your rig.
Okay, then yeah, I'll definitely look into that later on after I get back from picking my son up. I think I'm going to do one more race and then boogie on out of here because I have to go pick him up.
expensive hobby.
Oh yes!
I hope you have a wonderful weekend with your son.
Thank you so much. We have a good weekend every week because we both love video games. So we either talking about video games or we're playing them together. So. God dog it.
Nathaniel Lentz said, VR looks incredible on ACC.
It is. Especially, not to be braggadocious, but when you got the kind of horsepower that I got, 4090 and this HP Reverb, so I'm actually playing this at 3100p.
Nathaniel Lentz said, wow, incredible specs.
Oh yeah, 12900K.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Session is now.
And
Cut detected.
this is one of the reasons why sim racing can be a rabbit hole. This computer that I'm sitting at,
Yellow flag in sector 2.
said it a trillion times, I've got over $4,000 into this computer that I'm sitting at, and I've got two other computers, plus the money that I've gotten to this rig. Between all three of my computers in my rig, I've got $11,000. I'd have to break out a calculator to break it down to the exact penny, but yeah. So let's go back to the garage, because I'm not going with that setup again, because that setup, I don't care how fast it's supposed to be, it's just too unstable. So this will likely be my last race, as I'm getting thirsty and I got to get ready to pick my son up. At least it'll be my last race for this stream. What I could possibly do later on today is do a LFM race over on Twitch, or I could just stream a different type of VR game on the Godfather of VR. So hopefully you guys sub or follow all 3 channels.
Seconds.
I should get one of those motion rigs and start charging people $20 for a 20-minute session. No. Charge them $20 for a 10-minute session. Yeah. Yeah.
Going double file.
That Porsche that's in front of me, that's the 2018 Porsche. That is the Porsche that I normally use, and that is the Porsche that I set my personal best with. This one right here. And if I don't figure it out with this Porsche, I might end up going back to that one. I set most of my fastest laps, I set with that Porsche.
Green line, give it all you can. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Holy smokes!
Clear on the left.
We got through this first chicane clean in an open lobby.
Nathaniel Lenz.
Car on the left.
Said,
Clear on the left.
that sounds like a great business plan for you.
Yeah.
followed you on your Twitch account.
Oh, thank you, thank you. That's where I do all my LFM races.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Nathaniel Lance,
Yellow flag on. Watch out.
you are very welcome.
Slow car ahead.
Ah!
There's some light damage at the left. Yellow flag in sector 3.
It's over. My right wheel, the wheel is crooked. Well, back to the pits. That's one of those wrecks, I can't say anything about it because he says 720 is a wreck or he's deliberately crashing. Is he still here? Somebody said he was deliberately crashing. Oh boy. Well, I was in 12th place at the time that happened. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check something before I leave. Okay, so before I get out of here, for one thing, I'm not liking something that I saw. It's not showing my the yellow box in the upper left-hand corner. It's showing my fastest lap is like 150 something, and my fastest lap is 149.7. Yep, 149 point. Oh, I get it. It was showing my personal best with this car. So let's go back. Let's go to my regular car. So my personal best in this car was 150.7. Now with this car right here, let's go back to my other car, my original car. This is the car that I set the personal lap in. So let's find a setup that works. All right, let's see how this feels. I'm doing a lap or two with this car. And
Green light, go, go, go.
I don't know, I might end up having to come back home. This is just an outlap, so it's no big deal. Nothing happened to the tires. trying to cut it. But I hate to say it, I think I'm coming back to this car. The brakes are better. It understeers. It has more understeer than the other Porsche, but the brakes are much, much better. So when I brake in a straight line, I brake with enough time to make the turn. All right, I'm sorry I cheated on you, Porsche, but I learned my lesson, and I think I'm coming back home.
Green light.
13 minutes of qualifying. You know what? So my best lap is 154.2 with this car, but with the other Porsche, my best lap is 150. It's, I believe, 150.5. Let's see what happens here.
Green light, give it all you can.
If I get past turn 1. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home, baby. I'm coming back home to you. I'll never deceive you again. Well, maybe that's talking a little bit too soon, but I am coming back home. I'm coming back to this Porsche. I hit a 151 without even trying and without having to use any kind of setup. I just used the aggressive preset and adjusted a couple of things, so I'm coming back home, baby. Maybe let me just one last time, let me check and see if there's a race in progress. The brakes are much better on that Porsche. I trust it more. Let's go.
flagging sector 1.
I qualified fourth. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm liking this. Got this where I want it. Got that where I want it. Wada. Waka. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Last race. I promise. Last race. Let's go. Let's go. This car is just a matter of me knocking the rust off, and I can turn in faster lap times. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So that other Porsche, I just...
Green light, give it all you got. Car on the right, clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That's all me. I own that one. Carrying too much speed. I didn't. Oh well. Either way, I like the way that felt. We got good. We gonna do some more streaming when I get back. But I absolutely have to go. As much as I want to stick around and get reacclimated with my old car, I gotta take off. But when I come back, I am doing some more streaming. I might even do an LFM race. If I do that, it will be on Twitch. So tune in either way, because the old Porsche is back. I can at least get back to the lap times that I used to set before I started fucking with those Coach Dave setups in that other car. We're back. Back to where I can trust this car again. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We will see you in a few hours after I get back. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. We'll see you all soon. Everybody have a good one.